Hi guys, this is Vineet and I welcome you to this video. Today's video topic is limitations and restrictions during the rebuild and reorganize operations in SQL Server. And basically the rebuild and reorganize operation are also known as the maintenance operations in SQL Server, basically related to index maintenance. So we'll talk about its limitation and restrictions. So before we proceed ahead, I would like you guys to please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. There's a subscribe button below this video. Please click on that subscribe button. It will give you a bell icon. Click on that bell icon, select all notifications to get notifications regarding all my future and upcoming videos. So I'm giving you 5 seconds. Please go ahead and subscribe right away. So guys, I hope you must have subscribed by now. So let's proceed ahead. There are some points to remember while watching this video. Please watch this video till the end to gain better clarity of the concept. And if it's possible for you, please watch this video twice or as many times as you like until the concept gets clear to you. Second point is that you should perform any exercises in your test and lab environments only. Do not touch any production environment or production databases. We would like to know your thoughts regarding our video, so please do share in your comments, guys. Share in your comments, feedback, suggestions, etc. Do post in your comments. We have created some playlists for you to watch. Some of the popular playlists are SQL Server database design, tables, business continuity, indexes, performance tuning, integration services, and transact SQL. If we talk about this video pertains to the SQL Server performance tuning category, or maybe you can say it belongs to the SQL Server indexing category as well. So the reason we create playlist for you is because we feel that playlist is best way to learn. So if you want to learn about a particular topic or a particular domain, what we would suggest is go to that particular playlist. For example, if you want to learn about the database design area, what we would recommend is please go to the SQL Server database design playlist and watch out all the videos from starting till the end to get better clarity on that area. The link for all these playlists are given in the video description of this video, so you can check out all these playlists. Apart from that, I have a channel page as well, the link for which is also given in the video description area, and at the bottom of the slide you can see my channel page link, which you can open directly in YouTube. If we talk about the total number of videos posted on our channel, it's more than 250 at present. Yesterday count was 252. So number of videos are growing at a constant pace in our channel. Though I know there was a gap during the past month, but yeah, I will try to post videos regularly now. And let's come back to today's topic, which is limitations and restrictions during the reorganize and rebuild operations, which are basically related to index maintenance in SQL Server. Let's see what all those limitations and restrictions are. And guys, this will be a theoretical session. Let me take you to notes quickly. So this will all be a theoretical session. No practicals will be there. So be prepared for that. So guys, if you want to jot down the notes, you can jot down the notes while I'm explaining the paragraphs. So be ready. Otherwise, if you want to request for the notes, what I would recommend is you should send me an email on my email address. This is my email address if you need the notes particularly for this video. That will be on a paid basis. You can send me an email and we can converse over there if you need the notes for this particular video. Let's come back. But ideally, we would suggest that you should note down the notes or jot down the notes. It's a better way to learn instead of just ordering a PDF copy. So today's topic is limitations and restrictions during the index, reorganize, and rebuild operations. So most of the indexes we deal with are row stored indexes where rows of data are stored. We haven't talked about the column stored indexes yet, so we will be discussing those in our upcoming videos. So stay subscribed. That's one of the good reason to subscribe to my channel, because later on I will discuss on the column store indexes as well. So there's a subscribe button below this video. Please quickly subscribe to my channel using that button. Now let's continue. So row store indexes with more than 128 extents. So what is an extent basically? An extent is a unit of storage in SQL Server. Earlier we have talked about a page which is also a unit of storage. So an extent consists of 8 pages. One extent equal to 8 pages. And if your indexes are occupying more than 122 extents, or which is equivalent to 122 into 8 pages, and one page is also 8 KB in size. So, and then extent consists of 8 pages. So if you want to calculate the total space, this is 128 into 8 into 8. So you can calculate that. So if your any of your row store indexes are occupying more than 128 extents on the storage, these are rebuilt into two separate phases. So if your indexes are larger that are occupying more than 128 extents, those indexes are rebuilt in two phases. So first one is the logical phase and second one is the physical phase in which these indexes are rebuilt. Now what happens in the logical phase of index rebuilding? In the logical phase, the existing allocation units by the index are marked for deallocation. So in the logical phase, whatever the allocation units used by the index, these are marked for deallocation but not deallocated yet. They are just marked for deallocation during the logical phase and during the index rebuild process. Now the data rows after the logical phase completes. So let's talk about the logical phase completely. It's not yet completed. So first, any of the allocation units used by the index are marked for deallocation. Second thing is the data rows are copied and sorted to the, here they are copied and sorted, and then once they are sorted, they are moved to new allocation units created to store the rebuilt index. So three things happen. First, any of the existing allocation unit of an existing index are marked for deallocation. Second thing happens is that data rows are copied and sorted. And third thing is these sorted rows are then moved to the new allocation units created to store the rebuilt index. Now in the physical phase, what happens? So whatever units or existing allocation units that were marked for deallocation, during the physical phase, the allocation units previously marked for deallocation are physically dropped. So physically the space is released in this particular physical phase. Earlier, those allocation units were marked logically. Now they are physically released to the disk in short transaction that happened in the background and which do not also require any locks in the table or the index. Now there's a statement which is alter index reorganize, which is basically used to reorganize any particular index. This statement requires that data files containing the index to have space available. So if we are doing a reorganize operation instead of the rebuild operation, so in the rebuild operation, existing allocation units are deallocated once the index is copied to the new location. But if we talk about the alter index reorganize operation, this require index to have some space available if we want to reorganize the index, because the operation can only allocate temporary work pages in the same file only. All right, so that's one of the reasons we need space in the existing index. We want to reorganize it because this reorganized operation can only allocate temporary work pages or temporary space from the same file and not from another files within the same file group. Even though the file group might have some free space available in other files, but yeah, the same file will be used for where the index is stored will be used for the reorganize operation. The user can still encounter the following error during the reorganize operation if the data file is out of space. So if we are performing a reorganize operation and one of your data file is out of space, this is the error you get, which is the error number 1105, and the error is could not allocate space for object hash hash hash. You can replace it with the name of the object in the database hash because hash file group is full. This is the error syntax that you will get. Um, The operation will not be able to allocate space for objects in the database because your file group is full. And you need to create this space by deleting the unnecessary files, dropping objects in the file group, adding some additional files to the file group, or setting the auto growth on for the existing files in the file group. And the second restriction is that for the reorganize operation is that an index cannot be reorganized when this setting allow page locks is set to off. So page lock should be on. This setting should be set to on if you want to reorganize the index. Otherwise, your operation will fail. Now, if we talk about up to SQL Server version 2017, rebuilding a clustered column store index. So here we are talking about a clustered column store index. So we haven't spoke about the column store indexes yet. We will cover those in our upcoming videos. So stay tuned, stay subscribed. So in SQL Server version 2017, rebuilding a clustered column store index is an offline operation up till version 2017. Now the database engine has to acquire an exclusive lock on the table or partition where the rebuild occurs. The data is offline and unavailable during the rebuild, even when using the no lock, read committed, or snapshot isolation RCSI feature, or snapshot isolation. Now, starting with SQL Server version 2019 onwards, a clustered column store index can be rebuilt by using the online operation in an online mode as well. So up till 2017 SQL Server version, we were not able to rebuild. Or so up till SQL version 2017, if we talk about, we were not able to rebuild the clustered column store index in an online mode. But starting with SQL Server 2019, it is now possible. We can rebuild the cluster column store index in an online mode. Now, creating and rebuilding non-aligned indexes on a table with more than 1000 partitions is also possible. So if an index on a table which has more than 1000 partitions is now possible, we can create and rebuild non-aligned indexes on them as well. We will talk about non-aligned indexes later on. But this creating these indexes are not supported on such tables with more partitions. And doing so basically may degrade the performance or excessive memory consumption during these operations. And basically the recommendation is to use the aligned indexes only. We will talk about them later as well. What are aligned indexes? And the recommendation is to use the aligned indexes when the number of partitions exceed 1000. Alright, so let's move on to next section, which is statistics limitation. In our earlier video, we talked about the statistics as well. And we had created many videos on statistics. What are the statistics in a table? Please watch out those videos before watching out this video or continuing with this video. So let's talk about some of the limitations of statistics here. Now, when an index is created or rebuilt, statistics are created. We talked about that in the earlier video. Whenever we rebuilt an index, one of the operations is statistics are created or updated by scanning all the rows in the table, and which is also equivalent to using the full scan clause with the create statistics operation or with the update statistics operation. Both of the things are. So this update statistics with full scan clause is inclusive in the index rebuild operation. However, starting with SQL Server version 2012, when a partition index is created, so a partition index is something where the index is partitioned into many files. So when such an index or such a partition index is created, starting with SQL Server version 2012, when such index is created or rebuilt, statistics are not created. So here we are talking particularly in terms of the partition index. So we talk about SQL Server 2012 and beyond, statistics are not created on such type of indexes, and statistics are also not updated by scanning all the rows in the table. Instead, what happens is that the default sampling ratio for the statistics is used instead of updating them or creating them whenever we are rebuilding the partition indexes. To create and update the statistics on the partition indexes, by scanning all the rows in the table, what you can do is you can separately run the statement create statistics or update statistics with the full scan option or full scan clause. And this we are talking particularly in terms of partition indexes. For normal indexes which are not partitioned, the rebuild operation also create the statistics on them, and we don't have to create them separately. But for partition indexes, we need to create the statistics using the full scan clause once the index rebuild operation is done. Now, similarly, when an index creation or rebuild operation is resumable, so earlier in some of our earlier videos, we have talked about the resumable index rebuild operation, which is basically an online operation as well. Online operation is resumable operation where we can pause the index rebuild process and later on we can resume that process as well. So when the index creation or rebuild operation is resumable, statistics are created or updated by default by the default sampling ratio. So this is true for these indexes as well, where we are using the online rebuild operation or whatever operation is resumable index, where the index creation process is resumable. We can pause the process and later on we can continue with the index rebuilding process. In those cases as well, the index rebuild operation use the default sampling ratio instead of uh, updating or creating the statistics by doing a full scan on the table. Now, if statistics were created or last updated with the persist sample percent clause set to 1, resumable index operation use the persisted sampling ratio to create or update statistics. Now, when an index is organized, statistics are not updated. So, another point where the statistics are not updated is whenever you are doing an index reorganize operation. So, there are three situations where the statistics are not created during the index rebuild process. So whenever we are rebuilding the partition indexes, the statistics are not created or updated. Instead, default sampling ratio for statistics is used. Second situation is that whenever we are doing a index creation or rebuild operation in a resumable mode, at that time as well, default sampling ratio is used, or if we are using the persist sample percent, then persisted sampling ratio is used, and statistics are not created or updated using the full scan option. And third situation is when we are doing an index reorganize operation, statistics are not updated in that particular operation. So guys, I hope you like this video. In today's video, we talked about the statistics limitations, and we also talked about some of the restrictions during the index reorganize and rebuild operations. So I hope you like this video. If you really like this video, please click on the like button below this video. And if you have already clicked on the like button, there's a subscribe button somewhere near to it. Please click on the subscribe button and select bell icon and select all notifications to get notifications regarding all my upcoming videos. And guys, do post in your comments, feedbacks and suggestions. We eagerly wait for your comments. And also, guys, please share my videos with your friends and also ask them to subscribe to my channel. This is the help I require from your end. I thank you so much for your time on this video today, and you have a wonderful day ahead, guys. Thank you.